Hey guys, we're back doing some fun stuff. So, just an update. The truck is doing amazing with these new springs. I just took it out shooting yesterday. A lot of people are like, what the hell? Because, yeah, we had some fun. We blew up some bottles. So, but there's a weird thing that was going on with it. So when we were pulling it up from where we were shooting, I turned over the starter and the starter wouldn't disengage while the truck was running. So it was just constantly turning and breaking the starter. But like any typical Ford, I said, you know what, screw it. We put it in first gear and I put the pedal down and we started going up the hill, and all of a sudden the noise went away. The starter noise, it popped out. And I had my buddy crushing with me and he's like, well, that means one of two things. One, the starter decided to fix itself, or two, we broke the starter. And I was like, well, shit. We'll find out. We got back up here and she starts up still. So apparently with a Ford, if you hear a noise, drive it, she'll fix itself. Usually what happens with mine. Not really, but yeah. But today, we're gonna have some fun stuff. We're back at this now. Now that I'm home a lot more, I can actually take the time to start to really tune the car so I can get it running off of the injectors, which I'm still not running off of yet. I'm still on the stock ones, but I got my whole timing tune set up. So once I get this so I can actually tune it reliably, I'm going to be heat shrinking all of these instead of having them by tape, except for the ones that are taped really well. So like this one, redo it. Probably taking this one out. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna be hooking the injectors back in. I'm actually gonna cut these now. Just get these. This one's fine. We cut this up here, so if I ever do need it, I can redo it. This one, I gotta find out what cables here are loose, so that I can take them out and cut them. So, like, yeah, right here. I can't quite see because my camera's all fudged, but there we go. This is the injectors wires, and down there inside that hole is the grounding to here for the injectors. The wire down there is for my fog lights. I haven't had fog lights for a hot minute because I got to re-ground them. Not gonna ground them to the battery. I'm gonna ground them somewhere along this. So we'll see where I can do. I'm gonna ground that and get those wires cut, and then I'll show you some of the tuning stuff that I gotta do. All right, guys, let's get this car tuned so I can put a turbo into her eventually. All right, guys. Well, I am now starting to redo my methods here of sealing up my wires. So I'm heat shrinking all of my wires right now. Heat shrinking this tube stuff here. You put heat to it, or in my case a lighter to it, and it shrinks up and it seals the wires in. Once I get all these in, I just scratched my car. I gotta get the buffer out. Cool. Well, I got some tests that I'm gonna have to do. Get stuff like this out. I just heard that because of my zipper. I'm gonna take off my sweatshirt. Screw that. I don't want any more of those. But yeah, so I'm gonna continue with heat shrinking all these wires together, and I'll get back to you when I can. And by the way, like I said, if you're in Maine and you're watching this, or in the Lewiston, Auburn area in Maine, I own my own business called Every Last Detail Mobile Detailing LLC, and I'm going to be learning how to take out scratches like this pretty soon. As you can see, I'm going to do it on my own car first, but I do full details inside out. As you can tell, my car is pretty shiny. I haven't washed it recently yet, but that is because I put a 1-year sealant on the car, and it really makes it come out. It makes the whole paint pop. So again, getting back to this, sorry. I'm gonna get back to you as soon as I finish this up, and then get the tuning process. Well, sorry, I didn't catch a lot of this aspect here. I was actually really excited. I was going through it. Now, this is your volumetric efficiency tables, which is your injectors, per se. How much fuel gets put in. Now, it says, yes, it says fuel table. But under the book, and from many tuning guys I talk to, you don't mess with this. So you leave it at 0. Only on this particular program. Don't take this for any other program. For what I know, this program, I have to keep this at 0. Along with my setup for the ignition tables. That has to be at 0 because it goes off my stock crank sensor settings. It goes back in. It doesn't modify anything. Once I'm done, I can modify this around a bit once I learn about it. But I learned mostly about the VE tables from Baxley's Speed Shop in Wyndham. He took some time to help me out with this. I'm going to pay him back with stuff eventually because he helped me out a lot with this car and how I have it. Now, what I'm doing here is, as you can see, it highlights this. I got to raise some of these values because they're wicked low for what they are. Now, this is particularly scary in a sense because you don't know what's going to happen sometimes, and that's not good. So I am being cautious with what I'm doing here. So how you set this up, like I said, from probably past videos, I don't remember how much I did on this, but you set up your sensors. For me, I found out, if I didn't do it in the last one, I had these set to 240s. These are actually, from doing some research, I believe a 205 injector size. So that was messing me up when I first started to do this tuner. But now, since I got this all set in, I'm going to be taking this quick drive here and see how she does. I'm going to update this map right now. Bam, it's sent to the tuner. And now, hell yeah, she starts. Now I'm in the idle range. As you see when I hit the pedal, see how it goes up? I have these tables setting good right now. Let's see full throttle. She pops a little bit. That means I gotta raise. She pops it around here. So that means I gotta lift this up a bit. I don't have too much because I've been going easy and just going fuel adding instead of doing other stuff. Like, instead of just setting a really high number and going for it, I am just adding from a low level until it starts to pick up. And so it stopped, it started popping there and here. This doesn't look the best, but this is for a guy that's never done this before. I've never done this before. I've just taken tips and I've been going at it. We're gonna see what I can do. So I'm gonna go take a ride now that I updated that file, and we're gonna see, I'm gonna tell you guys how it worked, how it's all been done. And while I go to do that, I got my laptop there. Let me show you what this looks like. So I finished the heat shrinking. I got it plugged back in. I gotta heat shrink these when I'm done. These are my injectors. I don't know how soon I'm gonna be able to say I can heat shrink these and be safe. So that's what I'm taking this ride for. So I have them undone right now so that I can take these and put them back to stock if I need to. I also got my fog lights hooked back in, like I didn't say, like I said from the last one, they weren't on. Let's see if it worked. Yep, fog light 1, fog light 2. All right, fixed it. All right, well, I'm gonna go take my ride and I will tell you guys how it goes. So with all the shit that goes on with this car, I never thought I'd be able to actually say it because Toyota likes to lock down everything. But I'm finally in a fully tunable, in terms of timing and fuel, Toyota Corolla. This thing was such a pain in the ass to try to do, but the outcome is amazing. It is now time for me to say that I have everything set up. All the heat shrinks on, the wires are done, they aren't coming apart for a long time now. And she's ready. I can now tune it NA, and once she's done NA and I get the money for some new headers, which I'll actually show you what my headers are, if I can get the camera back here. There we go. So that's why she sounds like a Subaru. She's got the 4 ports. 2 of them are welded like this. They wrap around the pipe and go back on to the other 2, which then goes down and makes that Subaru rumble that this Corolla is known for. And now I can say that the Toyobaru, as everybody nicknames it, is now tunable. It's time for me to start. I got everything ready, set up. She can drive reliably on what I got now. I just gotta tweak out a couple things, but I never thought I'd be able to say that this thing's tunable. Like, I never thought. I've been told so many times that this car can't be cracked or anything, but I finally found something that'll do it. And it does it very well. So now that I got this somewhat reliable for me to drive around if I absolutely need to, I got this to tune and go from there. I'm so excited. She's come a long way from where she started. I got some old pictures. I don't have almost any pictures of this car before the spoiler, before any of the add-ons, because I thought I was just going to keep it for a while and sell it and then get like what I really want. But now this is what I really want. This car has really changed my life. It's got me into the car world. And a lot of people hate it, but most people love it. And because of all that love and support last summer, I was able to pick this up with the car at Sanford Sound in Maine. I lost to a 95 Super, which is obvious. I mean, it's a 95 Mark IV Super. Everybody loves it. But I'm surprised that I was able to take second with a Corolla. Like, who would have thought that a Toyota Corolla would have, you know, placed at a car show. And now, since I'm tunable, here comes to many more wins. Alright guys, well, I just got a couple tweaks. Like, I gotta get that tightened down a little bit more. This is my new map sensor, which is direct to the box. But it's been a long road in the making with this car. Like I said, started from the bottom and now I'm almost at the top. So yeah. If you see her in Maine, know she's tuned. She's ready. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna have to call it here on this one. Might be a little short because it was just a small thing that I gotta do, but alright. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.